Morning, everybody. I'm just checking my audios here. Morning, everybody. Happy Easter. Thank you guys for being here. It is a strange time that we're living in, and I hope that, Christian or otherwise, that today's a day where you feel connected and at ease and just chilling out and enjoying yourself. So first of all, I see I've got Amanda Andrews in the chat, and Daniel Rue, and David, or Spatch. I can't call you anything else, Spatch. Thank you guys for being here. Hope you guys are doing well, and can at least connect with family, if not in person, via FaceTime or something like that. Okay, so quick recap from last week, because I was having some audio issues last week that were kind of embarrassing, and hopefully that's all sorted this week. Last week I briefly chatted about my Fusion Red jersey that I got from Phil, and that meant a lot to me, and I was a bit bummed that the audio dropped out and I wasn't able to kind of pay that proper service. So that team meant a lot to me. It was my first team in Oz, and I just wanted to kind of come back to that and just thank Phil again for that swap, and it's one of my prized jerseys, so thank you for that. Also, I spoke with Connor Johnston, chatted via Messenger and whatnot, of PB Athlete, and he shared one of his prized jerseys, which is a Russian Legion Kozyrev jersey. I'm not sure how recent that is. It looks like it's pretty recent, but that would certainly be a prized possession. Russian Legion are a fixture of the scene, and yeah, that would be a prized possession in any collection. So thanks for sharing that one with me, Connor. I've also, now that I'm doing this collection thing, I can't help but take note when people post photos of jerseys, and I spotted Wade Graham was showing off some of his jerseys, and I stole this one off of Facebook. He posted up a few, but I grabbed this one because if you look closely, it looks like you can see an STK jersey in there, as well as a well-known ACT team in there, so not a bad collection, Wade. Speaking of Wade, I also spotted him in this photo with a couple of guys, one of which is wearing an incredibly hot jersey, incredibly sought after jersey, and the Seattle Thunder jersey isn't too bad either. So that did my heart good to see that one. Now, you guys probably know who Bear DeGidio is. He posted this photo up sometime in the past week. He's got quite a collection. There's a few Langs in there. He's got a long-standing relationship with Oliver Lang, which you can check out in this, time of self-isolation and no paintball playing. Bear's really smashing out a lot of content that you can check out, and he's been doing interviews with Ryan Greenspan, Oliver Lang, like a whole host of people that would be pretty hard to get time with. So yeah, I think Bear could be kind of a divisive character in the community, but man, he knows his stuff, and he's got a lot of connections, and he produces some pretty entertaining content. So since you can't be playing paintball, you should check out what he's producing. Okay, so I'm going to give a shout to my buddy Owen for the jersey I'm going to show you guys today. So this is one of my favorite pictures of that's me with the RC Army hoodie, my buddy Owen with the shirt and tie. A couple of our other players, James, Joanna Lucas, are in the background. Kind of looks like we're posing for a Christian rock band or something like that. My buddy Owen gave me this jersey today because he is one of my best friends, but he's over in the States, and one of his best friends was Eric Prum, and the three of us were all part of sort of the same paintball shop, Rudy's Paintball in Charlottesville, Virginia. And I didn't know Eric as well as Owen does. But we played a little bit, and we hung out a little bit. But he wasn't like best mates of mine or anything. But Eric, who is seen right here, Eric went on to play for LA Infamous, and it was because I had that connection with Eric that I was like, okay, well, I'll be an Infamous guy. And that's why for a long period of time I followed LA Infamous, because I was like, well, I got a connection there. Well, Eric gave Owen one of his first jerseys, or first meaningful jerseys, which Owen eventually passed on to me because he saw that I was developing a little bit of a collection. So he gave me Eric's DC Devastation jersey. So there's my DC Devastation jersey, which on the back says Eric Prum. Now, I knew a little bit about DC Devastation. I knew it was established by Steve Rabikoff. It was apparently a D1 X-Ball team, and that team became sort of the launching pad for a few people's careers. Obviously Eric, who had a short career with LA Infamous. J-Rab was probably one of the more notable pickups. And Cali Rudolph, Gino, I forget Gino's last name. Anywho. So this is my DC Devastation jersey. It used to be Eric Prum's. On the back it says Eric Prum because apparently Steve Rabikoff just started picking on Eric and calling him Plum. So without seeking any permission, they just put Eric Prum on the back of his jersey. And I thought of this one because I haven't spoken to Eric in a long time, but last I heard he lives in New York City, and New York City is going through a little bit right now. So that just made me think of Eric. So I decided to give a shout out through this DC Devastation jersey. Now, just in closing, I just wanted to show off a couple more things. So here I have a picture of a Tyler Harmon Expendables jersey, which apparently is very hard to come by. And the reason I'm showing this is because this is Kane Reed's, part of Kane Reed's collection. Kane Reed is a personal trainer in Fielding, New Zealand. And he is one of the personal trainers for the Expendables. And he was in Paris when the Expendables, they took first place, I believe. I think that all lines up. And apparently Tyler Harmon was meant to be on that squad, but last minute he had to pull out. So Dave Hopkins gave Kane Reed this jersey as a thank you, because Kane's, like I said, he's a personal trainer, does a lot of work with the Expendables, and then, like, you know, through the Expendables has a close connection with some of those Dynasty boys, Yoshua and Blake and Ryan Greenspan. The reason I bring that up is because I was going to say the latest version of Paintball Down Under, or Down Under Paintball rather, is with Kane Reed. And it's really engaging. It's really interesting to hear his perspective of paintball. And I would say that even though he's not a competitive player of the game, he probably has forgotten more about paintball prowess than I will ever know. Really interesting. You should really check out Scotty's Paintball Down Under Paintball. But he's also done a recent one, more recent, just released this morning with Jamie Griffin, who's played with SWAT and Sydney Shock. So Scotty is smashing these out, and the timing is great while people are kind of stuck at home with no paintball to play. So check that out. And lastly, Dwayne is still, smashing out great content with PBHQ. Tomorrow, 7:30 Adelaide time, you'll have to do the math wherever you live. He is doing an interview with Johnny Robba, who is a legend of the Australian scene and seems to have his own chant as well. Having a quick check, hey, I can see my dad is watching from Charlottesville, Virginia. Thanks for watching, Dad. Happy Easter, or happy day before Easter. And you guys who are here watching with me, thanks for tuning in. It means a lot to have you guys with me. And I hope today is somewhat normal for you, and you can be connected with friends and loved ones however you can. Okay, guys, take care of each other. Do the right thing. Don't be naughty. And I'll see you guys again next week. Hold on. Here we go.